Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Consultancy Space for Finance and Legal. So my name is Cara. I am the Commission Manager for Finance. So basically, what I do here is that, like, who I am is that I take care of the finance and legal at LC level, like anything comparing to the audit, doing budget, helping the LCs with education. That is on me. Um, now, so basically, I'm gonna explain how we work on local level, and then you can ask me any questions. And okay, so here how it goes. So the first thing that we do is like it's the audits, which is it's a very important part. So how we do the audit? So here in France, the audit comes in about three parts. The first one is about the basically all audits are, but based on the financial standards, we have first accounting. That our accounting system that we use is Wave. The reason that we do that is that because it's simple, it's free, and all the LCs can be aligned. Like they can all be in a not the same, like in the same platform. And then we have the GFP form that it needs to be filled monthly with the audit. And lastly, also on Wave, there is a thing where you can see like different financial reports. So what we check on those reports, are is the balance sheet to make sure that the amount in the bank account and in the accounting system is the same. Um, okay, so that is the first part. Um, Lately, we have actually about a month ago we released a new budget template. So this new budget template is to help us align the national budget and the local budget. And so we created a new form to make it more simple, like, and also easy to the eye. Because the old one we had, it was really long, it was very confusing, and we want to make it as not like as simple and easy as possible for our VPs and members in finance to feel it. Excuse me. Okay. So after that, this year we're also creating, like, try to create like a more bonded commission, and that's why we are trying to have at least like monthly commission calls. Now, it's also like to make the commissions feel like to get them bonded, but also because there is one thing in ISEC France that we are missing in a way is like education. So we are trying to implement that during the commission calls. So regarding the finance commission, it's the smallest one. Like like we have the least members in each from all the departments, and not every LC has a VP finance. So yeah, but basically that is regarding the local, like the commission. Do you have any questions so far?
Okay, me.
Yes.
Do we need to allow you to finish, or can we just ask our question?
No, like now you can start asking questions, and I will like fill up with information if needed.
Okay. So which kind of issue do you face it as in terms of managing network?
Can you be a bit more specific, please?
Okay, so about managing all the LTVPs for finance, how do you
Ah,
manage all of them?
okay. So we have a Facebook chat that is basically all the VPs, and if the LC doesn't have one, is the LCP. And uh, there is more like an open space kind of group where if someone is facing a problem, it can be like an EP case or questions like new members joining. Like they can ask, and then members with more experience they answer, and we all help. And we also have a Facebook group where we put like updates or news or surveys that we are having. Um, apart from that, I am also trying to have monthly one-to-ones with the VPs, just to make sure that like they're having the best experience possible. I mean, they also like if they're facing any problems with the job, but also like to make sure that they enjoy it. I hope
Okay,
I hope I answer your question.
okay. So yeah, thank you.
Any more questions?
Yes, about sustainability. How do you ensure that all the LCs are sustainable? And what
Okay.
measure of success about all the LCs that are member in Alert actually? Like to help them to grow and to be full member. How do you ensure?
Okay. So a few months back in September to October, we released the French financial standards survey, which it was it was basically questions that we created to fulfill, like to see how much they have fulfilled of each financial standard. And after we have collected the results, we like created a template. And as part of the ones-to-ones is to check up with them, like answer their questions, and then see how much they are applying it.
Okay. Okay. So, uh, my last question. What about risk management or financial and legality?
Again, can you be a bit more specific, because like there are like 5 types of risk, and financial is one of them. Can you be
Okay.
like what exactly?
Yeah. Can you give us the example of the kinds of risk that all the LCs are facing about financial and legality risk.
So
Example,
like
like,
example,
like what did they
um,
up?
so like like any kind of example.
So not any kind of example. Example in fact of the reality of LCs. Example of risk.
Okay. I'm not exactly sure what you mean, but like a kind of risk regarding our department can be an EB case, can be not having insurance in your LC, or uh, unpaid invoices of any kind.
Okay.
I hope that helps.
Yeah, so you mean insurance and what?
Okay, so the thing about being legal, each LC should have an insurance.
Yeah.
So what do we mean by that? I mean, you should be covered if something happens. It can be from an accident during an event, like you can give flyers or have a marketing post, and a chair breaks or a window breaks. So you should be covered with that. But if you don't have an insurance, you might end up having problems with um, payments, or I don't know. It really depends on what happens.
Okay. How many members are you managing actually in finance department?
I don't know the number. um, it's mostly the LCP, so 10 something people.
Only LCPs or LCPs and
No, LCVPs. LCPs, it's like they part like they participate when it comes to finance and legal, but they is like they're active as members, but they're not so much in the commission.
okay, so only 10 or something like that.
Yes.
Okay, so it is look like all the SEs don't have VPs.
Yeah. If they don't have CPs, then LCP will take care of the department.
Okay, no more question for me.
Okay. Thank you. Um, okay, so if we don't have any more questions, I would also like to talk a bit about the NSP team for finance.
I
Like
have, I have
it's the structure. Oh, sorry.
uh, sorry, I have a small question,
Mhm.
which is when I checked in the GFB tool,
Mhm.
the risk management of ISEC France is 0%. So that means that the entity is not using the risk and legal risk management tool. So I wanted to ask about the financial and legal risk. So we have to, we have to make a financial and legal risk assessment, not
Mhm.
according to the risk and legal tool which has the five elements, the one with the five elements, right?
When you say, sorry, when you say five elements, you mean the five type of
Yes, five risks,
risk?
five types of risk.
Okay. Actually, those kind of questions aren't supposed to. I'm sorry, like that kind of questions is meant for the form, because
Okay.
it's more up to, like, it's not like you're supposed to make it like for national level or for local level.
I'm talking about national level.
National. Okay, that's the thing. When it comes to national level, I do not have that much information. So that's why we have the form, like, that list where you put your questions and then they get it answered. Um, so yeah, I'm sorry, I can't.
And
I can't.
another question, please. Can I know what's new in the financial processes of this term 1890? What's new in what is new implemented in the entity on the national and local level?
Okay. So again, like on the national level, it's better if you put it in the form, because I don't have that much information. When it comes to local level, um, okay. So again, like the newest thing that happened to us is the budgets. because we are like we are created this in order to keep track of it better, and so like so that we can plan, you know, the national budget. And the other one I was talking about is the audit, that actually since last year we have seen a huge difference. In fact, for this is the first month that every LC, like all of our 17 LCs, has passed the audit, which, like, for me, I consider that to be a success, because we also have like quite some new VPs, and they seem to like getting the idea of ISEC and their job description good, well, sorry. So yeah, regarding local level, that is mostly it. And also, as I talked before about the commission cost, that is new for them as well, because like we have until now, like in my opinion, we had a department on finance, but we didn't have a commission. Like we have the lowest attendance to conferences because we're such a practical department that our members don't feel the need to come. So with creating this commission cost and with like trying to bond the commission, it will help them get more motivated, because most of them like don't have members. It's just the VP finance. So with like being around people that do the exact same job as you makes you feel more included. I mean, I'm not saying that being in the rest is not, but it's not the same thing as being in finance as being in operations, because you're like in operations, you're around people all the time, so you know you're more energetic. While in finance, you can do all of your stuff by yourself. So that's why I think like starting this commission bonding and continuing in the next terms, it's very important. So I hope I at least answer your question for local level.
Yes, thank you. And please, another thing, I want to ask you about the financial distribution model of the entity. How is it, and how do LCs see it? Is that does that influence their sustainability, their local sustainability?
Are you referring to the OD
No, I'm not.
model?
No, not the OG model. The invoices that the LCs pay to the MC, the financial distribution model.
You mean if they pay their invoices?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Again, like I'm not taking care of the national accounting, only the audit um, for the LCs. But yes, unless an LC is in a bad position, yes, they do pay.
Okay, thank you. And another thing um, is the thing that brings money to the entity. I mean, is that the core revenues are from exchange or are from sales?
Um, well, if I'm correct, it's from exchanges. Like we try not to be so much dependent on other incomes, as they're not so how to say it, like sure. You know, like the point of ISEC is exchange, so we do try our main income to be from that. I hope I answer your question as
Yeah,
well.
thank you.
Okay, so for this last part, I want to mention like the structure of our NSP for finance this year. So we have kind of like two groups of NSPs. So the first one is it has a team leader and members, and those are responsible for doing the audits. Like they contact with their LCs. Some of them have meetings with the LCs again, like like get bonded with the people is very important in my opinion. And at the end of the month, they check for everything, and we send the email with the results. And the other person, she doesn't have a team. It's about checking the financial standards survey and the doing the commission calls. That used to be separated, but with the new semester, like it went on to one people. And I am helping you with the commission calls as well. So that's it for the people. Like we have five, have 5 and 6 with me. Yeah. Do you have any question about the NST or anything? Okay. So unless you have any more like questions that I could answer, that was it. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck with your applications. Goodbye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.